Can I have that moment, please? Before you super truckers and million milers start pissing on my campfire. Hey, what's up, Wolfpack? Lone Wolf Trucker back at you with another video. Hey, I'm gonna go over in this video, I'm gonna go over step deck. All right, I'm on a low pro step deck. I got some questions from you guys in regards to step decks in general. So far at ATS, I've been on two of these. I've been running two of these so far. I started off running the regular step deck, and right now I'm on a low pro step deck. So since I got a low pro step deck on me right now, I'm gonna kind of go over the features of this one real quick. And then if I'm at an ATS yard or if I hook back up to another regular step deck, I'll go over that one. But the main differences I'm going to get into in this video. So real quick, I can't start a video off without shouting out old Blue Balls. So let's go ahead and do that real quick.
Alright guys, so Blue Balls, probably you guys can hear the APU running in the background there. Right now we just delivered. If I could have got some video, I would have did that, but I'm at Samsung. I'm in their overflow parking lot right now, and I just got unloaded. So Samsung is not really friendly with video recording, so we weren't gonna do that and compromise the relationship that ATS has with Samsung as a customer. So I'm over here in the overflow lot. I'm gonna go ahead and go over the step deck real quick. So real quick, like I said, this is a low pro step deck. And right now I'm empty. So I'm about 10 inches off the ground. But typically with a low pro step deck, and I got my ruler here, the deck is about 3 feet off the ground versus a regular step deck that's about 3.5 feet off the ground. So when we look here, you guys can see. Now, granted, let me just say this is a rock lot over here, so it's not the ideal place to get an accurate reading, but just to give you a general idea, as far as step decks, these low pros, you guys can see right there, we're at 3 feet off the ground. So typically with a step deck, low pro step deck, you're going to be at 3 feet from the deck to the ground, and on a regular step deck it's going to be 3.5 feet. And I'm trying to work with this ruler in one hand while I'm recording. So let me just show you real quick on the clearance I have here. Right now, you guys can see that's about 11 inches right here. It gets a little lower over here. Even with this uneven surface, we're almost about 10 inches right here. But keep in mind, when this trailer is loaded, I had roughly 45,000 pounds on this step deck right here. I had 9 coils on here, averaging anywhere from 4,000 to 5,000 pounds a piece. So I did have my axle spread, but I'm empty, so I closed the axles back up. It's just easier to maneuver. So I got those closed right now. This is still a 53-foot trailer. You got the upper deck up there, that's 10 feet. And then you got the rest of the deck here. So you got 10 feet upper, and then you're gonna have 43 feet on your lower deck for the 53-foot step deck. But this is a low pro step deck. It's kind of funny, you guys can't really see up here. Up coming into this lot here, I did bottom out. I did bottom out coming into this parking lot, and that's one thing that you got to watch out for with these step decks, whether it's a low pro step deck or a regular step deck. You do have the high risk of bottoming out because you're not that high off the ground, even when you're unloaded. So right now I'm unloaded, and I'm averaging anywhere from, like I said, this is uneven surface, so it's hard to get an accurate measurement, but typically it's going to be about 10 inches from that bottom beam down to the ground. It's actually even less when you got this landing gear right here. But when you're loaded, like I was loaded, pretty much maxed out on the trailer, this thing will drop down 3 to 4 inches. So you got to keep that in mind. I'll be much lower to the ground. Sometimes I'm only 6 inches off the ground when I'm fully loaded. And since I had this low pro step deck, it's been loaded every single time I got loaded. It's been pretty much maxed out. So guys, I'm not gonna make this a long video. Hopefully you get the gist of the difference between a low pro and a regular step deck. Like I said, I'll cover a regular step deck in another video, but the main differences is you got 3 feet versus 3.5 feet from the deck to the ground, which gives you the opportunity to hold 10.5 feet of cargo on this lower deck versus the regular step deck's only going to haul up to 10 feet of cargo on this main deck. So that's the main advantages, and how they do that is basically in these rims and tires setup. All right, so real quick, up front I have 22.5 wheels up here. All right, on my tractor I have 22.5 inch rims. You guys could see how well that's going to come out, but right here 22.5 on my rims. And then when you come back to the rims on this low pro step deck, this low profile step deck, it's 17.5. So let me see if I can find that on here real quick. It's actually upside down. It's going to be hard for you to see. Right here we're at 17.5. So that's pretty much how they do it. If you do the math, that's about 5 inches difference. And then how they make up for that extra inch is on this low pro sidewall. It's about 1 inch shorter than the sidewall on my tires up there. So you're gaining 6 inches of additional height capacity on this low pro with this rim and tire setup. And a lot of people don't like riding these low pro tires. They have a tendency to blow out on you. As you can see, ATS wants you to have these at 110 pounds. Ironically, the manufacturer wants them at about like 120. So it's kind of, which one do you pick? But I haven't had no issues with the tires yet on this trailer, knock on wood. But that's why a lot of people don't like riding this low pro. Number one, you bottom out easier, and number two, you got these low profile tires that can be a problem, especially if you're fully loaded. But that's pretty much it, guys. This is the low pro step deck. Just wanted to cover that real quick while I had an opportunity here, while I got unloaded, waiting on another dispatch. There's old blue balls right there. And this is Lone Wolf Trucker, and I'm signing out. Peace.